My dear Ines.
Oh, flowers. Again.
Well, what a pretty bouquet.
Yes, Antonio gave me those flowers. He also asked me to marry him.
Huh?
So there.
What? Rodrigo Malapensa's son? You're not going to say yes, are you?
Antonio isn't a bandit like his father.
I'm sorry, little sister, you're right. We should never judge anyone based on another person's crimes. You know that I want you to be happy.
I have excellent news, friends. Ines de la Vega is going to marry my son, Antonio. The ranch that Don Alejandro de la Vega owns will soon be owned by the Malpensas, and it will not cost me 1 peso.
You're forgetting Don Diego, boss.
Easy. Make Diego de la Vega disappear, and Ines inherits it all since Don Alejandro has no other children. If Ines inherits the De La Vega ranch, so does her husband, who happens to be my son, Antonio.
Father, what's this about making Don Diego disappear?
Huh? What?
I overheard everything you said, Father. You said that Diego could easily disappear.
My lands? No! I was talking about hiring musicians to play the fandango at your wedding party. With all the cattle out there, it's hard to hear anything right. Keep your eye on the prize, Ines. And keep plying her with gifts. You know women love that. How did my son ever turn out so mushy? Honesty will be his downfall. We've no time to lose. Get to work. Now, men.
This just arrived for Senorita Ines. It's from Antonio Malapensa.
What could this be? It's enormous.
Your suitor's trying to impress you, or so it seems. Quite a good likeness of you.
Where will I hang this thing?
We might want to consider building another hacienda. You know, to store gifts from Antonio.
You shouldn't be making fun of how Antonio is wooing her. You should take it as inspiration, if you ever hope to marry your dear Carmen de Villalonga.
Ah, Don Diego. Just the man I wanted to see. I'd like you to come see some land with me.
Yeah, well, it's,
It'll be a surprise for Senorita Ines and Antonio. Land near the canyons, that, I hear, has a spring. So,
I'm
come along with me. It will give us the opportunity to get to know each other a little better. After all, we'll soon be in-laws and make one big happy family.
If this is a wedding present, I don't see how I could refuse.
Oh dear, this is awfully high. It's only high from up here. If you were down there, it wouldn't be high at all. Oh, and we wouldn't be setting a trap here. Whoa! Hey, cut it out! Trial run. Just had to test the spot out. Got the branches? There. It's perfect. Diego steps on this, and he'll go crashing down into the canyon. Hurry up! Here they come!
Are you sure we're in the right spot? I can't imagine where that spring might be.
Have a look over there, my dear Diego, while I check the other side. Our plan worked.
Oh, the poor boy, ending like that. It's sad.
Well, go fetch his horse, idiot. As for me, The only thing left to do is to go announce the terrible news to his family.
My head. Apparently, it's not my day.
Come on, will you? Rip my clothes.
Oh, we can't do that, boss. They're too nice.
That's an order, squid brains.
Oh, no, no, no. I'd never be able to forgive myself if I did that.
My head. It was terrible.
Father, how did this happen?
I was with Don Diego, and we got caught in a landslide.
What?
Diego? Wait, where is he now?
I have no clue. I searched everywhere. I'm afraid the worst might have happened.
He can't have disappeared like this, and I'll go search for him with Bernardo.
I'm going with you.
You know we'll find him. I promise we will.
Maria, prepare water and food for our trip, while I go get a map of the canyon area.
What happened? Did you do something to Diego?
My gracious, no! You think I'm some sort of monster or what?
No, well, Of course you wouldn't hurt him. You and I will go find Diego. We're a team.
Oh, my poor head.
I've just heard the awful news. I want to be part of the search party.
We need you, Carmen.
Follow me. It's up there.
Yeah!
I really need to free my foot.
It looks like Bernardo hasn't found anything.
It's late. Let's go home. We will continue the search tomorrow. We already checked here. We are going to pick up the search in this area.
What a day.
Let's take a look here.
Have you found something there?
No. Absolutely nothing. Well, let's go back, Ines. It's getting late.
Antonio, it looks like Bernardo's horse has a little problem. He'll catch up with us at the hacienda.
Fine.
Huh? Who is that? Hey, Bernardo! Help me climb up! He can't hear me from here. I have to find a way to climb up by myself. Almost there. Bernardo, there you are. For a moment there, I thought you'd gone deaf for real.
misled me. You actually set a trap for Don Diego. You lied to me. All you want is to own the De La Vega ranch. You don't care about my feelings for Ines. If that's how it is, I'd rather break off this wedding engagement.
Don't speak to me that way, or I shall send you off deep into the jungles of Mexico, far, far away from your dear Ines.
You wouldn't dare.
What's done is done. I am your father, and if I go to prison, you can kiss the good life goodbye.
You needn't worry. I won't turn you in. But don't you dare lift a finger against any of the De La Vegas. You hear me, father?
I guess I shouldn't worry too much about you pulling through.
Oh, Ines. I thought I might never get out of that tight crack in that awful canyon. Hey, I missed you too, my friend. I had lots of time to think while I was stuck in that crevice. I suspect Malpensa wanted to get rid of me so that you alone would inherit the De La Vega ranch.
No, he couldn't possibly. Antonio loves me, I know it. His father couldn't want to hurt us like that.
Perhaps Antonio didn't know about the plan.
This time, Malpensa will go to prison for what he did.
All the evidence has vanished. He'll go scot-free.
Wait, if Malpensa took aim at you, he probably has a plan to eliminate Father.
That's why I didn't go home right away to the hacienda. I have to do something before that happens.
Alejandro, my old friend, please call on me if you need anything at all.
Thank you.
Sergeant, now that food's not yours.
What? I'm so sad. I've lost my appetite.
I simply can't believe I'll never see Diego again.
Don't lose hope, Carmen. Diego is... look, I'm sure that we'll locate him somehow.
If I were you, I'd cut with the sword.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Huh? Whoa. Zorro!
Looking for something in particular? Boo! Hey! I have a tiny question for both of you. Aside from Don Diego, who else was Malpensa planning to rub out?
No one, boss. Senor Zorro?
Now tell the truth. Not even Don Alejandro?
No. It was just Don Diego.
Well, gentlemen, that clears things up. I'll leave you to your henhouse.
All right now. We have 2 Spanish Renaissance armchairs, a table from the same period, 2 paintings by masters.
Ah, there you are, Captain. What are you doing in here, sir?
I'm doing a full inventory of the De La Vega estate for the tax office. It's quite clear that with the disappearance of Don Diego, Señorita Ines is in line to become a very rich heiress.
Don Alejandro will see you now, señoras.
my dear friend, I truly do feel your pain. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking that if our families were joined by a matrimonial alliance, our family unity would help you cope better.
Marry him? I'm the man fit to marry Senorita Ines, not this fool. Please, allow me now to officially ask you for her hand, Don Alejandro. Now that your son is no longer with us, I shall protect your family.
That's out of the question. Lovely Ines is engaged to my son, Antonio. Ah, there he is, my boy. Isn't he wealthier, healthier, and frankly better looking than this Captain Monasterio?
That's enough! You aren't showing cattle at a fair, you know. I am the only one who will decide who I will marry. Get out! Everyone out! Go! Shoo! Shoo!
A wedding, gentlemen. Am I invited?
Zorro!
Or maybe the senorita doesn't want to get married yet.
Yoo-hoo!
Don Alejandro, allow me to express my sympathy and support in this difficult moment.
Zorro! How dare you show up here? En garde!
All right, but it just means I'll beat you again. Again?
My dishes!
Sorry about the table, senorita.
Get out! I'll have no fighting in this house!
Wait, what's going on here?
Hello, Sergeant. Good day to you. Here I am, Captain.
On guard.
Aha, a new contender.
Give me that cherry pie! Back here, you!
What do we have here? 2 Spanish Renaissance armchairs. A table from the same period. Isn't this your handwriting, Captain?
Oh, my notebook!
Though the notebook might be yours, Don Rodrigo.
I will not allow you to insult my father, Zorro.
2 paintings by masters, several collector item books.
Ines, I'm not interested in that list. I just want to marry you.
Well, I don't want to anymore. And you know exactly why, Antonio Malpensa. And what makes you think I'd ever wish to marry you, Captain? No, spare him.
Huh? Not even a little Z on his butt?
Oh, I just hate it when people in love argue. It's so sad.
Oh, pardon me, Sergeant. I almost forgot you.
Hey, go!
Adios, señores y señoritas. And remember, you're not welcome in this hacienda. Gentlemen.
Don Diego is alive! I have just located him. He was walking along the path.
Oh, Diego, are you hurt?
Don't worry, it's just a little sprain. No biggie at all.
Diego, it's really you. I was so worried.
Don Diego, you're alive! Wonderful news!
You might not believe me, but I simply fell off my horse in the canyons. It was really stupid and entirely my fault.
Dear Diego, I am overjoyed to see you've made it home safe.
Come on, Antonio. Let's give Ines's family some privacy.
Let thy loveliness fade as it will, and around the dear ruin each wish of my heart would entwine itself verdantly still.
You won't miss this one.
Ready, Captain. On guard! Fancy one last bout, Captain. It's raining swords, Excellency!
Captain, what is the meaning of all this?
This was a warm-up. You scored quite well, by the way.
Do not patronize me.
Captain, you lasted 8.5 minutes against, well, me.
Apologies. Don Esteban Parasol, Viceroy of California. Allow me to introduce the legendary fencing master of Monterrey,
Maestro Antonio Ramirez de la Poterna. Don Diego de la Vega. Very impressed. And this is my friend Bernardo.
Given our recent difficulties, I invited the maestro to Los Angeles to train the men in new techniques to be used against...
Zorro, of course. He has humiliated your men.
Yes.
And thwarted every single one of your plans to ensnare you.
That bandit was just very lucky, that's all.
And bested you in each and every sword fight, did he not?
And your point is?
My point? Oh, yes, of course. Aha! I, too, could benefit from Maestro Ramirez's instruction. So could you, Don Diego. You must be taught so you can face him. And everyone we trust, soldiers and rancheros, should also be made invincible. And what if that Zorro attacked the De La Vega Hacienda? Or another hacienda? Or the palace?
That would be terrible, Viceroy. But it shall not happen.
The only problem is, I'm against using violence. It ruins spiritual harmony.
Oh?
Why don't you say that to Zorro?
Just enjoy it. Consider it exercise.
Exercise? Under the scorching sun? In this dust and sand? Ugh.
Come on, Don Diego. We have a deal. A bit of exercise will do us no harm. See you tomorrow for our lesson.
Yes, this pretentious fencing master deserves to be taught a lesson. Huh? I cannot risk being unmasked, so I shall show them the extent of my talent. Pathetic. Worse than pathetic. Ah, very well now. You, soldier, are sure of winning against my grandmother. Frankly, Captain, you haven't given me much to work with.
And still, you've yet to see the worst.
Oh, no. Who taught you to use a sword?
My grandmother?
Your grandmother, Sergeant? Where? In her kitchen?
Oh, in her kitchen, too. But...
Silence, Sergeant! We've not come here to hear about your family life.
This Zorro must know every attack, every thrust taught by your very, very basic, archaic, simplistic repertoire. In short, bad, totally bad, worse than bad, badissimo, pathetic, appalling. So, we must teach you a new move. A secret thrust of my own invention that he cannot know. The Maestro's thrust. On guard!
Attack, Sergeant!
But
Why me? Because you're a sergeant. Sergeant?
Sir, if the sergeant is not up to the task, I am at your disposal.
What? You? A corporal? And who said I'm not up to the task? You did. Oh, that was a strategy. On guard.
That, Sergeant, is your new secret thrust against Zorro. Sidestep his attack, switch hands, slice down, slice up, disarm, then in for the finish.
Move, Sergeant. We haven't got all day.
Yes, Captain. We'll try it at half speed. On guard! Now switch!
Got it! Oops!
Well, keep working on it. With some effort, you should nail it down. Before the 20th century. At least, I hope so.
You better master Maestro Ramirez's instruction immediately.
Yes, Captain.
Or you will find yourself back on laundry duty.
Maestro! Maestro!
On guard! I did it! Captain! Maestro! Did you see? Did you see? Oh, at least you saw me, right, Gonzalez?
I saw nothing. Nothing at all, Sergeant.
All right, gentlemen.
Well, Maestro, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Proceed.
Don Diego, that is a ceremonial sword?
Ah, it is indeed. It was a gift from my father, Don Alejandro de la Vega.
And it is completely inappropriate for sparring.
Really? But it's so pretty. This is a real work of art.
You should hang it up on some wall. Let's just find you something a little bit more, suitable.
Excellency, you say such frightening things. Do we really have to fight?
So far, I'm not very impressed. I'll go easy on him.
But Maestro, he'd take that as disrespect. No, you must treat him as if he were Zorro himself.
As I would Zorro, but your Don Diego might not survive such an encounter.
I can live with that.
No, this one isn't even shiny.
Now, Don Diego, before I begin my instruction, I must assess your skill. So, raise your blade and prepare.
Is it supposed to be this heavy?
On guard!
Whoa!
Hey!
Oh! Really? Is this quite necessary?
It is, Don Diego. It's high time you improved your skills with the sword.
These lessons have lost all entertainment value. I believe it is now time for me to take my leave.
Oh? But Don Diego, don't you want to improve your skills? What if Zorro attacks? Come on, you're nearly there.
One can only hope that Zorro has the good taste to attack with a ceremonial sword, and then we may both stand there admiring our blades, with no damage done.
Completely incompetent. Ready for your lesson, Excellency?
Me? Oh, well, of course. Oh, but my lumbago is acting up today. Perhaps we could postpone my lesson?
As you wish. By that time, perhaps De La Vega will be ready for lesson number 2, when pigs fly.
No, Maestro. I'm afraid you've scared our good friend Don Diego away. What a pity.
Yes, such a good friend who gives up so easily.
Yes, Captain. A friend who has just returned from Spain. And a very elegant caballero who honors us.
Elegant?
Indeed. Have you seen the way Senorita Carmen looks at him? I bet you wish she looked at you that way.
If the Senorita saw how he handled a blade, she wouldn't give him a second glance.
I must admit, poor Don Diego wouldn't last long in one of our famous competitions.
What a brilliant idea, sire.
Is it?
Absolutely. Zorro won't be able to resist showing up too. And then, gentlemen, I know how to eliminate Zorro.
No, I do. I did get the idea after all. Brilliant! That sums it up perfectly. You know what, Captain? I surprise myself every day.
Captain Monasterio has organized a competition, a great fencing competition. Tomorrow at noon, in honor of Maestro Ramirez. The winner will receive as a trophy a beautiful, solid gold medal. Oh, thank you, Doña Maria. What a wonderful cook you are. What a wonderful wife you would make. A soldier spends hours with his backside on his horse just to fulfill his duty without anything to eat. Ow. Ow! Oh.
It sounds frightful.
Frightful? Do you think so? Shapely, yes. Impressive, yes. But frightful?
Not your backside, Sergeant. The contest. It's scheduled for noon, but I never rise before 2.
But you have to take part in it, for the De La Vega's honor.
That's just inhuman.
If the son will not compete, then the father shall.
Father, no. It's too dangerous.
But Don Alejandro, would you worry your daughter by taking such a risk? I assure you, my father would do no
I'm
such...
in.
But father, you are too old for that kind of thing.
Old? Me? I'm still in my prime.
Fine, I will compete. Regretfully, but since it has to be done, I will compete in our father's stead. And I will make sure no harm comes to Don Luis.
Adios.
Senores, en garde.
Just 1 peso. Do you want to put me out of business? The house doesn't do credit.
Buy a favor to give your beloved. I also have some authentic Lucky Charms.
The winner will take home the Medal of Honor, granted me by His Majesty, our good King of Spain in person. A treasure made out of real solid gold. Huh?
Diego, don't you have someone special you'd like to give a favor to?
Senoritas, it was impossible for me to choose between the radiance of 2 bright suns.
There is no need, Father. The captain has already seen to it.
Diego!
Don't overdo it. She's my friend.
But you do know this is to protect her. Get out!
I'll be honored to escort you, Senorita.
How sweet of you.
And now, Senor Don Diego de la Vega against Corporal Ignacio Gonzalez. Gentlemen, en garde!
Diego, raise your sword! You're supposed to preserve the honor of the De La Vegas, not sully it.
Father, I can't hold my sword and use my fan at the same time.
Diego, we've not gathered here to fan ourselves.
Could Bernardo possibly do it then? I feel so hot. If he could just stand behind me like that.
Diego, look out!
Whoa.
Diego, are you all right?
Of course I'm not all right. This shirt is made of silk. Now it's stained, probably damaged beyond repair. Perhaps my Spanish soap could... quick, take me home, Bernardo.
Not exactly a champion with the blade. Is he, Senorita?
The De La Vega's honor deserves far better than that. I shall take part in this competition.
Father, no!
Well, my friends, that's one objective reached. You made a fool of your rival in front of the girl, but there's still no sign of Zorro.
Trust me, he'll be here.
Quick, Bernardo. We mustn't keep our friends waiting. They are so eager to catch Zorro. go, Tornado.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Bravo, my friend. Bravo.
And our semi-finalists are Captain Monasterio and Don Luis Villalonga.
So, enjoying yourself, Don Luis?
I am, Captain. In fact, I may just win the day. And our famous Maestro's medal.
Oh, will you now?
Gentlemen, on guard!
Captain, this is a friendly contest, not a fight to the finish.
Still think you'll win the day, Don Luis?
Enough! Stop this, Captain.
Zorro!
Zorro.
I'm here for your contest, Captain.
Zorro, you are going to wish you hadn't come here to taunt me.
I hope that I'm not too late. Oh, 2 against 1. You are really spoiling me. Oh, good work there. Ah, you've been practicing, Captain. I see the Maestro's lessons everyone is talking about have not gone entirely to waste. Missed! Yoo-hoo!
This is horrible.
Why? Is he wearing a silk shirt too?
So, Captain, how is the water?
Get off me, you fools!
No, Captain, my turn. Now, this is between Zorro and the Maestro. In other words, me.
That is why I'm here. To see if Zorro can out-Maestro the Maestro.
Well then, on guard. You are good, I'll give you that. But I am even better.
Zorro!
Even if that were true. I do have other skills. For example, my penmanship. Then there are my barbering skills. Maestro, you will be so much faster without that mustache weighing you down.
No! My mustache!
You're welcome. So, my fellow Angelinos, who has won the captain's contest? Gracias, amigos!
Soldiers, apprehend that fiend!
Oh, Captain, my captain. Have I overstayed my welcome?
Sergeant! The secret thrust!
Huh?
Wow! Garcia, you executed that maneuver perfectly.
Oh, do you really think so?
Yes, it was brilliant.
Whoa!
Adios.
Adios, Zorro!
See ya!
What a lovely medal. Please do thank His Majesty for me. But for now, I must be off.
And you call yourself a maestro? What are you master of, huh? The art of the humiliating defeat?
Oh, but I seem to recall he defeated you before me.
What do you mean, you pathetic second-rate fencer?
It's too bad Diego missed the show. I think it would have been educational for him.
I can't believe Zorro faced all those formidable swordsmen on his own. I still shudder at the thought.
The sentiment does you credit, senorita.
Zorro!
For the honor of the De La Vegas!
Viva el Zorro! Viva el
Viva
Zorro!
el Zorro!
Viva el Zorro!
Ha 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 ha!